Hello again, friends and fans. Raptor here. Welcome back to Wargame. Red Dragon, good to have you here. Yours truly playing as the Soviet Union versus Shiroi Akumiya. Oh, and he notices me from YouTube. Yes, Akuma. Yes, I am from the YouTubes. And if you're from the YouTubes as well, which I'm assuming you are, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe here. Tell a friend, help us to grow, support this fantastic game. Again, we're playing with the Soviet deck here in Wargame Red Dragon. Added some new stuff as well to this main Soviet deck I've been playing with, just to test things out. And of course, sometimes the maps matter more than the decks, so keep that in mind. And speaking of decks, don't forget to check out What the Deck, the series where you can figure out exactly what units do what they're used for, the difference between this logistics unit and that supply truck, and what their differences are. So tell a friend about that as well. So we're playing for 25 minutes, 3,000 points, and it should be a pretty good game. I recently played against Spider on this map, and I recorded it, and unfortunately was in a different recording mode, and you will not be able to see that. But man, was that one of the most fun I've ever had in this game. Jeez, really. Okay, so anyway, time for us to get some units out. As usual, the city in the center is pretty important. Dmitri doesn't have as many cover zones as Elena does, and it looks like the majority of the cities are across a river. And it seems like, I don't know, it just feels like he might be able to get to it first. But anyway, it is important to note that we do have the Brian Boitano with us today. Yes, the TOS 1 Buratino. So anyway, I'm going to get my stuff out now before it's too late. Unfortunately, the Soviets only have a basic infantry and not a reserve infantry, and that really makes fighting in that city a lot easier when you have some more affordable units to spare. I'm going to bring up some BTR 70s as well with those men in them, and bring out some recon troops as well to the center. Meanwhile, you can bet your ass that flanks are going to happen, and there's going to be an attempt to try to basically flank around, and so we're going to try to prevent that with our aircraft there. 2,000 points, quite a lot too. I guess I didn't realize how much that is. But anyway, we have AGSs with us. We'll take center and secure that as well. And let's see, we'll get some troops over there to defend that against any sort of type of attack. Try to get Elena as soon as possible. The Igla are going to be important because that'll defend against any early game pushes from the flanks. And that's something we definitely don't want, is some early push from the flank. We will, though, however, have enough points to bring in finally some nice armored commands, so hopefully they don't get bombed as easily. And the center will be extremely important against having to defend against aircraft that could be coming at any moment. So it's good to get a variety of AA out for the center, as well as some helicopters to defend against attacks from the flanks. Fedor is going to be important to kind of secure there. Extremely close to Boris too, by the way. I guess I didn't realize how close we actually get to start to that position. And well, one thing we need is additional troops. But we'll bring out the Grona Street a little bit later for a flanking maneuver. VDV are great to call out at the start, though, for getting to Fedor if we can. So we'll try to do that. Alright, so we'll get out, looks like we used the rest of our Igla here. And we'll send them kind of separately to a different location, as well as some recon as well. I'll split these recon up when they get into a position. Sometimes it's better, though, having them fight in the houses together, and that can be really beneficial to you. We don't even have a tank out yet, which is fine. We should be able to kind of stave off any enemy attacks with the points that we do have. Mostly infantry here, of course. So far, we could have the Smirch in. We could probably call in the Melka and a few. Buratinos are going to be important. BMPT would be actually a very good call out at the start as well, and assisting those MI8s. So I'm just going to try to do some thinking. So these troops here, including the MI2, can go to center and secure there. These BTR 70s actually would probably be a little more better fit. We do have a huge flank here too, by the way, and this is the opposite side of where I played last time. And you have to get used to that giant flank. Anyway, I'm ready. So anyway, hit that like button, and here we go. Do not like that we cannot select units beforehand. Alright, there we go with our first group. Second group's moving. Third group's moving. MI2s can go over to the flanks. Where's our MI2 over here? Yep. Aircraft coming in. Typical bombing run. Possibly. Not exactly sure what those are. Japanese deck, by the way. Given his name, that's pretty appropriate. Japanese sounding moniker there. Looks like we're gonna engage those quick. Alright, nice 100 points there. Good engagement. Okay, we're gonna split everything up here. Get spread out. A lot of micromanaging you have to do here, especially at the start. Quite a lot to get troop transports and things away and to where they need to go. No enemy contacts yet. So we'll keep our Osas in the back and Strelas in the back. Try to cross as quickly as we can to secure this position. And defend against helicopters and get a forward recon position up there. Speaking of forward recon, we'll get some here. There. Unload those troops. They went on the opposite side. BTR 70s will kill you in terms of basically come on now, unload. That one's refusing to unload. But yeah, anyway, transports are extremely deadly. As in they seem to like to die and give the enemy points. I don't know why that is. So anyway, we'll put one BTR 70 there and the other on the other side. We got a Mitsubishi there, and we have a little helicopter peeking around. Important to watch out for seed now. We have our VDV that we're kind of ignored. Something I'll have to improve on then is that kind of microing. But we've got a nice surrounding now. So BTRs refuse to move into the woods, and those ones refuse to move. And or I just clicked them wrong. One of the two. It's beta, who knows. We do have the Mitsubishi Recon sitting there. Ooh, 10-point tanks. It's kind of worthless to engage. Wow, 10-point tanks. No way. I think the T-34 is worth more than that. So we got a pretty good setup, which means he's probably in our rear. Yep, look at there. Called it. So he went all the way around, so we'll get those Gronostreliki out into nice defensive positions. And we'll get our MI4 moved to the other side then. Not going to take a risk with that at all. They could also come up here behind the T-72. MI8s should be able to see them and stop them. This is a good point now to use tripwire recon, which basically means if the enemy destroys these BTR-70s or is spotted by them, we basically know where they're at. Okay, so what he's doing now is he's setting up a nice defensive line while he's kind of waiting for his recon or his flank in the back to be successful. Keeping an eye on the mini-map too kind of makes needing to always zoom in on your units and look at them not needed. You know, I've been able to keep an eye on these BTR-70s and everything and make sure they're okay. And of course they are. Interesting road here. Probably won't be able to sneak around him, especially not his AH-1Ss that are flying around. Very sneaky. Igla can move up, and we'll put them into that village there. See if we can get a nice shot on that AH-1S. By the way, that's worth 80 points, so that'd be a nice hit. Ooh, BTR's already taken some sort of helicopter hits or tank hits. What the hell is that? artillery of some sort? Ah, the Han. Interesting, they're like an artillery unit. Alright, so we'll get those Mi-24s unloaded. We do have both of the larger, command zones. We just need to capture them. And just keep an eye on everything going on here. Put some things in defensive positions. Okay, so unfortunately our side flank did not go so well there. Losing some points there to transports and whatnot. So I'm not going to use my other BTRs just because that flank is in a pretty bad position. It's too close to the enemy, and I don't want to use that left side like that. One thing I will do, though, is because things are nicely, lightly armored and nicely clumped, I'm going to go ahead and start using the arty then and make a party. Use our Malka and Smirch then to start taking out enemy positions. We have them pretty, pretty well subdued here. We have the center, and we know what his plans are on the flanks. I hope he's not actually moving to kill some of these helicopters. That would be, again, these are basically just transports, but don't want him to actually get anything. Gronostreliki are in pretty damn good positions too, though everything could always be better. So we'll get our extra points from artillery here. This is very European escalation-like, where when you have the advantage on the field, you kind of just spread out. By the way, BTRs, things that aren't flashing or not hidden, that's a bad thing. Artillery could have easily taken out our bucks and such there. But there's really only one hedge line for us to hide in. Or hedge row, I guess, hedge line. It's not a comedy act. Alright, let's, the Strela, though, I can spread out into the village and they'll move. Seen a lot of units actually parking in buildings actually such as these. I've seen artillery units firing out of these grain elevator looking buildings, and it's like, what the hell? Alright, Igla's being engaged. Didn't have enough range for the, oh, damn, So, Red Svetka not able to see that unit for some reason, I guess. One Igla was destroyed, that's unfortunate. Oh, we're gonna get those Rangers. He's running. Look at that. Alright, everything in the game starts firing at us. Minimal range. Alright, we have that engagement on the side. We already knew he was coming there, so we'll get out our, let's see, our BMPTs would do great there. And that should be the end of that flank. I'm gonna have Ural trucks move up. He probably sees that Smirch now. He's trying to escape between a rock and a hard place now. I don't know if Gronostreliki is actually firing. What the hell? That bastard got around us pretty good. Alright, artillery, I'm gonna go ahead and mark those 1s and 2s. Okay. And let's go ahead and try to hit some of this stuff, especially that gun tank. 60-point unit, hell yeah. Backing that ass up with the cargo. Go ahead and hit these now. 8 rounds on the Melka, pretty effective. My 24th did a good job of clearing out that infantry. Unfortunately, Gronostreliki was kind of annihilated by the outnumbering they had on him. Cluster munitions coming in now from the Smirch. Hopefully does some good damage on those gun tanks. Ooh, getting pretty close. Good panic on him. Yeah, you better move. Oh. Oh, nice. Another cluster right on top of him. That's perfect. We can now call in our seed aircraft, try to kill those. And we have our Iglas and Bucks out just in case he wants to counter. More gun tanks over there. And a kerosene leak, and he's evacing. Not seeing any counter. Smirch is out. Could be a flank on the left side at any moment. Good to call out the Redzvetska at this moment. One thing to do, by the way, yeah, when you're microing artillery like that, is it's always good to call out the extra units, the units to kind of peek at what the enemy's got, to defend your flanks. Always add that extra motor, Gronostreliki, or whatever you want to put on the sides. Always have it available. Again, even if this MI2 was killed, it would be a nice tripwire against the enemy. Looks like a 107 MSP is firing. Fire that immediately. Looks like he's targeting the Redzvetska. Infantry can easily move too. Plenty of helicopters ready just in case there's a flank of some sort. Those can be easily resupplied, remanned. We do have our Ka-52, which is armed with the radar, anti-radar seed. But we'll kind of play it safe with artillery now. That's kind of one thing I'm not sure if I do enough of, is playing it safe. We'll bring up the 2 of these then, 2 Brian Boitanos, and see if we can just annihilate his defensive positions and really show him that. Now, see, I don't really have the infantry to advance with, 8 Gronostreliki. I mean, that's not really effective enough. However, getting there early and blocking him is 10 times more effective than actually attacking. Because if we do attack across these narrow bridges, these tanks here are just going to annihilate us. And I mean, some of these are even transports, which means infantry's around. And that's not a good thing for us. We will bring up another seed aircraft, see if we can get the back of those gun tanks. I don't know what the BDX-10... Oh, that's I believe that's the Humvee. And I don't even think that thing's armed with a weapon. So he's just thrown away 20 points there. Not sure if that's supposed to be some sort of recon attempt, or... And he's got infrared firing already, so that was a bad decision on my part. But maybe not so bad, because we did kill 3 of those. And 3 out of 4 ain't bad, as Meatloaf would say. Alright, we're going to just continue to target light targets like this and kind of harass him with artillery, since there's no repercussion from his artillery. This gives us domination of both the air and the artillery situation. He has a big boy coming up now, the Kyu Maru Shiki, also known as the Shiki Shiki Baba. Alright, so we don't have any air to ground. We do have this though. Now there is infrared around over here. but I just want to try it. I'm going to start challenging myself to do things I normally don't do, so that way when I do it against someone who has greater skill, not that this person's unskilled, but could be better. And we'll set up our tripwires again. So our flank should be completely defended. So we're getting those nice 20-point kills against... it's amazing to me, by the way, how the Japanese have a 10-point tank and also the Humvee is the same price. $17.50 on that main gun. That thing, by the way, made in 1962. So, no bueno. Smirch is getting ready to fire. Not exactly sure where that... we will need recon up, so we'll get up one of these helicopters too. Let's have the Ka-52 and the Mi-28 work together. And Buratino's also ready to do some rocking and rolling. Gonna go ahead and fire at the town. So we will just have to cross in order to engage both of our targets. He also has another coming up. I think the infrared did come from this city here, so once we cross we should be good. Urals are ready to resupply if needed. And once the Mi-28 lands and the other one's here, we'll be good. Malka, then I'm going to have him start just targeting land and aircraft. Actually, that'll probably be enough. Brian Boitanos probably are visible to him. He must have some sort of recon around. And we'll bring up our helicopters to multitask there. Nice 10-point kills there on units that are in the woods. Another 60-point kill. Hopefully we can get a command or something with the Bryans that are about to fire. Apparently this Brian Boitano finds it unnecessary. Another 60-point kill. There's gotta be some heavy tanks in there or something. Oh, gun tanks, I bet. Alright, Brian's out. Send him back to the Mi-6. That'll be parked back here. Actually, we should get 2 of those. So artillery, very effective, mostly if you're not moving your units, and again with recon and such, that's how effective it can be. Brian also causes some, you know, post-destruction in the terms of that. And the fire is very, I mean, look at that, the entire forest there is basically leveled. Anything that's in that forest is not going to be retaliating if you're going to be attacking. Not to mention that fire does cause problems to line of sight. And, ooh, we just killed that helicopter, and we're... Oh yeah, we did. He's in the ground now. Bringing up some more 10-pointers. He's also bringing up some, Oh, Brian, you can go back here. Don't gobble up all the vodka from that truck. Come over here. Okay, we'll bring up the Ka-52 and Mi-28, see if we can find Shiki Shiki Baba. We have the lesser point variant. I don't want to get any closer until he attacks. Ooh, 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 ooh. What the hell's that? Damn Mitsubishi. Alright, now we can attack. F4E's coming in. That's going to be bad for one of our aircraft, or one of our helicopters. Looks like he got the damn recon. Retaliation coming in. More retaliation. Okay, well, I guess it was worth it in terms of destroying those higher point aircraft, I suppose. Buck's gonna need some refilling. He earned his paycheck today, which was the same as everyone else's. Alright, we have a Han coming in, which is the ATGM troopers, or the, well, I should say heat troopers that were causing us trouble on that far right side. Let's go ahead and tell them that they can't come in. Just out of range for those Shikis. We'll get them off the line. F1's coming in. That's napalm, or oh, it's laser guided. Damn. Bucks couldn't fire. Pawn troopers are just getting in range now. We'll have Rezvetska move up there. And we'll call out our seed aircraft again. Maybe we can do some looking on the right side. VDV are completely undamaged. 18 of those ATGMs. Ooh, okay. It's a good reason, by the way, to keep recon together. Is, you know, if they're in groups of 2 like that, yeah, and they get hit, you kind of still have at least one. He may have gotten smart and turned off his radars now. Rezvetska was kind of destroyed there. That's unfortunate. Yoko Ono's coming in. That crazy bitch. Number 1? Number 1? I don't know, it's number 9. Beautiful. Damn, those bucks earned every dollar they made today. Oh, he's firing back. Alright, we're going to target his artillery now. Just confirm it's coming from there. Okay, well, we're starting to lose troops, and we're going to need some more supplies. You know what, actually, for one thing I totally forgot about, which you guys have probably reprimanded me for 20 times now in previous videos that I just forgot about it. MI6s and such can now resupply other... Where'd those supply trucks go? Did they get killed on their way out? Oh, here they are. They can actually go to the Mi-26s and lay out supplies. Oh, we're getting pushed back quite a bit here. Oh, there's our big boy there. Get these guys away from us. Mi-28's gonna need some repairs. Don't actually know why he wasn't repairing there. Alright, we're starting to lose the center cities. Come on back this way. If you could fire today, Brian, that would be great. That's where I would put crap. Come on, Brian. Too late. So as you can see, the Mi-6s have finally reloaded their friends there. Mi-24D on the ground. That was my own mistake there. Weather should be killed with one rocket hit. Oh, he's starting to get around us, but a little too late now. So 10 seconds left. Not enough time for Brian or any other artillery to fire. Not enough time really to go after the infantry on our flanks. Mi-24D and Mi-8 Good positions there. That was pretty good. There you go. So that's it. Nice victory for the Soviet Union, and also difficult to play as the Japanese. So anyway, that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend. Thanks for all the support, and we'll see you. Bye.